this is called a diversion plate, and as you can see, the plates are moving away from each other. So they are usually between rift valleys and they are spreading. So this is a conversion plate, and this plate moves towards each other, as you can see the arrows. And then these plates are usually in subduction zones and in mountain buildings. So this is a transform plate, and these plates are sliding past each other in a strike-slip motion. And these plates are also known as doing a sharing motion. So what is an earthquake and what causes them to happen? So an earthquake occurs when there's a sudden slip on a fault because the tectonic plates are always in slowly moving. But sometimes they get stuck on their edges due to friction. So energy and waves travel through the Earth's crust and cause the shaking that we feel. So when an earthquake occurs, the shaking can cause a lot of anxiety for people. So here are some tips that could help people. So when you start feeling the shaking, you could drop, cover, and hold on. You could drop underneath the table or anything that's sturdy, and then you just hold on to protect your head. Also, you see a lot of people run outside during an earthquake, but you should really just stay inside and where you are. But if you're outside, you could just stay outside. Also, so a lot of people used to say to stand in doorways during an earthquake, but but it said that you're safer when you're underneath a table. So, and if you are in a house, get away from windows and the outside walls. Do not use an elevator if you live like in an apartment. And if you're by crowds, don't rush with the crowds because you might get trampled on. And if you're in a vehicle and there's an earthquake, you should stop the vehicle and move to the curb, but stay away from like utility poles and wires and stuff because they could fall down during the earthquake. And you should stay in your car. So that's what you should do during an earthquake. So I wanted to show some earthquake damage that happened from a few years ago. You can see here that the wall was splitting, but I really think that it might be the paint that split, but I'm not sure. As you can see, here is some more earthquake damage that occurred a few years ago. This happened in my garage. It just I don't know. You could lift up this, you could take the soil out, which is so crazy.